Hi everyone, Godfather Prepper, and I just wanted to thank everybody for subscribing. I have gotten a lot of subscriptions from all over, and I wanted to thank you. I really do appreciate that. And I just wanted to give you a really quick update. I have not done any videos in the past 3 or 4 weeks for several reasons. One of them is my camera's dying and just won't focus, but I'm going to do a real quick recap and just show you what some of the projects that we've done, where they're at. And I've got a lot of projects lined up, but here's some tomato plants that I got from the local nursery. Now they were in little 6-packs. I'll show you what the 6-packs look like. And they had planted them in February, and the city did not, there was a problem with permits. Go figure, huh? Anyway, so they had these 6-packs of these plants that are just spectacular. And a 6-pack was $3.29, I think, or $3.50. And you buy one and you get one free, because this guy just had them coming out of his ears. Anyways, look at these things. So I saved my pots from my Home Depot stuff. This is a big beef, and look at that thing. This is I put that in yesterday. It has been I bought this 4 days ago, the 6-pack 4 days ago, and I transplanted it into a batch of some biochar that I made. It's compost from our little our green compost tumbler, biochar, and some bagged topsoil. And so far they look like they're just picking up extremely well. They look fabulous. Were kind of puny because they're root bound, so I buried them deep, and I think these are going to be pretty spectacular. Anyways, we bought about 80 of them, and I'm giving some to my kids and whoever can use them. But it was such a deal. Anyways, I just wanted to show you. So the local nursery, you know, you might ask them, say, hey, do you got anything that's needs transplanting that you need to sell? And they might just have a deal for you. This was just a friend of mine turned me onto this, and it was pretty spectacular. Anyways, one other thing, I'm going to review. I got this Cobra radio, and I have tried it out, and it is amazing. And I'm going to review this and show you how this thing works. It's got like a 20+ mile range, and I've used it with my son-in-law, who is about 7 miles as the crow flies down in a little valley, and it's just as clear as a bell. It's unbelievable, the technology that's out there. So we'll be doing that in an upcoming video. Here's more tomatoes. My wife really doesn't like spring the way I bring it in. You notice that baby crib is perfect for holding 2 tomato trays. Here's the potato cage, and it's 2 foot in diameter and 4 feet tall. And what I've got here is a partially finished batch of compost, and leaves, manure, needles, all kinds of stuff. And what you're supposed to do is build it up and then put your seeds in, and then every 6 inches add more seeds, potatoes. And when you're done, this thing is supposed to be, in theory, full of potatoes. As that stuff breaks down, it nurtures and feeds the potatoes. They grow, and you end up with a nice batch of compost and a bunch of spuds. So we'll see what happens. Okay, there it is. You can see the different strata, and I got a lot of potatoes in there, and I'd be happy if some of them grew. Anyways, like I said, this is just an experiment. I didn't have a time to callus them, so I sandwiched them, as you can see, between the dried leaves, and then covered them. Don't have any rain in the forecast, so for the next few days they should just sit there and dry out. Hopefully it'll work. We'll find out in, oh, I don't know, however long it takes for these things to sprout. So we'll see what happens. Okay, oh, there go our little buddies. Hey guys, look what we have here. Come here, guys. Come here. Hello, mother. There's a new little girl and a new little boy. Hey, Bubby, come here. Hey, what are you doing? Look at him ripping it up. Anyways, this composter's works great. However, the power drive is not adequate to spin it. Once you get a lot of wet material in there, it just doesn't quite have it. I can do it by hand. I mean, I can use the motor to assist me by hand, which is fine. But I'm looking for a nice big old chain and sprocket that I can drop it down another 50 to 1. And I'll remount the motor and get that all set up, and it should work fine. And just be real slow, but that's fine. Gives it a chance to turn and aerate. And but other than that, the design is sound. The gear reduction is just off. Hey, I wanted to show you guys something. Here's a wheelbarrow. I have not purchased a wheelbarrow in decades because people throw them out. If the wheels go flat, they buy a new one. And I just want to, I've got wheelbarrows everywhere. You can never have enough wheelbarrows. There's another one that, look at this, wheelbarrows everywhere, and you can always use them. And I'm going to do a segment on how to build them, where to get the tires and stuff, and how to fix those. They're really simple, and you can just never have enough wheelbarrows. Okay, here is my biochar, and it has been sitting, and you can hear it. You can, if you, above those loud birds. It's very tinkly, which is what we want. Anyway, so what I'm doing is going to put it in this bucket. I got several buckets, and here is a batch of poo stew. Chicken poop, compost, donkey manure. It's the good stuff. This is super high powered. It's nasty. Anyways, so it's been sitting for 2 weeks. So I'm going to just pour it into there, into those buckets, and charge my biochar. Okay, here's just a quick update. I had a great week scrounging. These are coconut oil barrels. Local production company uses them, a confectioner, and those are from a water district. Those hold water purification chemicals, and when they're rinsed out, they're good for potable water. Didn't pay anything for them. All of these were free. They actually, you know, you just let them know you want them, and they'll put you on the list and give them to you. You can always use them. Boy, there's no shortages of things you can use any of this stuff for. So don't be afraid. Don't be shy to ask. That's the big thing. You got to ask. If you see something, you know, just ask, and if they say no, that's fine. If they say yeah, then well worth the trouble.